Hey everyone, this is my Patreon proud reaction to the 4th episode of Owarimonogatari, Sodachi Riddle Part 2. Now, I do have a decent amount to say in this intro bit, so bear with me, but I decided to switch to doing the Blu-ray version. The previous episodes and before now have all been the TV release, because that's just kind of what I had, but I decided to just go for the Blu-ray release, because that is kind of what I've been doing for, the entire show, so I shouldn't just be lazy and go with what I had, so I'm gonna be doing the Blu-ray version now. But the one complication with that, though, is that the TV release had the Ogi Formula Part 1 and Part 2 as one episode, and that's how I did it, so that's all one video. So I am gonna have to change how I label things a little bit to make this make sense, but just know that going forward. So I'll probably just label what's currently episode 1 as episode 1 and 2, and I'll label what's currently episode 2 as episode 3, and we'll just go from there. It makes things a little bit confusing, but I don't think it's too bad. But anyway, I mean the overlay won't match, in those instances, but that's the only real problem. But anyway, moving forward, where are we now with the story? Well, it's called Sodachi Riddle because we're just trying to figure out. Yeah, the Sodachi Riddle is essentially why does she hate Araragi so much? Because when we were first introduced to her, we were kind of led to believe, because we're getting Araragi's perspective, that she hated him because he was better at math than her, which sounded like a terrible, stupid, petty reason to hate someone. And that's kind of why I didn't like Sodachi initially, because, that was my impression of her. But as we got more of her, we realized there's definitely more to her than just that, for sure. And last episode, we had just an absolutely breathtaking voice actor's performance there. Like, some of the best I've ever heard in my life. Probably the second best voice acting performance I've ever heard in anime. And just, I was blown away by it, is all I can really say. But anyway, we've come to this strange little house area, which apparently he has memories of with Sodachi because they're apparently childhood friends or something. Sodachi did mention things like him having a girlfriend because of her or because of math or something like that. So hopefully a lot of the weird things she said before will make a bit more sense after getting this episode's information. So let's just jump into it and see if that's the case. So 3, 2, 1, play. Sodachi Riddle Part 2, 5 years ago. It's a good question. What did it all go wrong? Yeah, we did talk a little bit about that last episode. Which was ruined one day. Is that why we go to Sodachi for tutoring? Seems like a lot of pressure. So yeah, it seems like he just went to Sodachi to help with the math, which it's kind of funny if he became better at math than her after that. That would certainly explain some salt, for sure. Especially if Araragi is, comes across as ungrateful, which is kind of the impression I got from Sodachi that she believes so. She talked a lot about that during her rant, water that doesn't know why it's boiling. Yeah, because if I had to interpret that some way, I would interpret it as her, being upset that Araragi doesn't properly acknowledge or appreciate the tutoring she gave him, but we'll see. That's where I'm at right now, theorizing wise. Theorizing and stuff like that is not my strong suit. I am certainly not semblance of sanity, but I can try. Speculating, that's what I was looking for. Still a very trippy opening. Yeah, I'm definitely excited to get more on this, into Sodachi. Because so far all we've gotten from her is spewing anger, so in this episode we should get some more of the rest of her, you know. Hey, this is the house. Looked a little bit nicer back then. Oh, hello Sodachi. I see you made it here, Araragi. Must have saw the puzzle in the letter then. Yeah, we talked about that before. The 3-door one, right? Who knows, as long as it's correct and you chose it. So. Let's begin by solving it formally. Come inside. Why are we not getting a voice from her? I really want to hear her voice. Let's study. Let us hone our intelligence. Yes, let's. Friganogi. Okay. He was the only one up to the challenge. Likely. Yes, please continue. Secret meeting with this mysterious girl. And finally we get her voice. Yeah, she was pretty cute back then. Certainly not angry or hateful or anything. I don't know about that. Because it seems so nice and friendly and fun, but obviously gonna go downhill at some point. Of course. I figured. She does bring that up. We are kind of obscuring her face a lot, it seems like. It really is. Secret hideout. A secret personal cram school. Where a cute girl teaches you. Sounds amazing. And the chaos. The condition, right? Okay, well, this is where we meet. Right? Okay, secret. What's the third condition? Oh, okay. Well, we apparently find out at some point. But she definitely wants to be very secretive. Like, almost all the conditions are kind of based around that. Yotsugi! Hello. You want to teach me math next? Yeah, no payment or anything. So I brought candy one day. Did she like the candy? Or no candy? She seems like such a good girl. All she wants is him to love math. Where does it all go wrong? She almost seems too good to be true. So if I was out of Aragi, I'd be very suspicious. Why, though? What happened? Is she just not there? But why, though? Because you still don't know much about her at all, so you can't even really venture a guess about her personal circumstances. Oh, a letter. We have a new riddle. Is it going to show us where she is? Yeah, but I mean, we do go to the same high school, so. Huh. Yeah, it's definitely a bit odd. That's what really matters. So when do they reunite? I bet. At least I have math. I had no idea liking math was such a big part of Anaragi's character. I assume so. I'd feel pretty silly if it wasn't. That's some fourth wall leaning there. Man, that name's a mouthful. Yeah. How could you forget that? She was the math fairy. And that seems to have upset her quite a bit. And that, yeah, that would really bother her. I guess that does make a bit more sense now that we have this context. Yeah, and there's all the anger. Bet they do. Yeah, I figured you'd say that, but I don't know how it's gonna go. She was very upset last time. Things got violent. She did just kind of leave one day, so maybe she expected you to. The fair points. uh, what the heck? What is this manga? I know, right? Yeah, I'm trying to. But it's hard to think about these things while also keeping up with the dialogue. I know, yeah, definitely. What was she a victim of exactly? Not remembering her. Still don't quite understand what those are supposed to be. We've seen them a lot. I'm pretty sure Ogi knows literally everything. Even though she keeps saying that. You know, if it wasn't for the fact that Ogi's interacted with other characters, I would assume that she was a part of Araragi's imagination. What did she expect of you? To go chasing after her? Oh. What do you mean by that? They're police officers, so that could get a bit dark. I need more time than that. They arrested Sodachi because she was in an abandoned building. But she said she didn't. A little bit. What did I just fall into? Okay. I mean, yeah, I suppose it would be. Uh, maybe this should be called Sodachi Trap. But what does she want from him, though? Sure, yeah, definitely. That's a different building than the one we were in the flashback. Yeah. I never really thought about that. Uh, but what are you getting at? So is he just like mixing up memories? Huh. Well then. Actually kind of got chills there. That certainly would make sense. That's a question. Uh, you would think. Uh, guess it was because of your parents, you know, that's the only thing that you could possibly do. But it seems like you didn't see anything worth reporting from what I can tell. Yeah, okay, yeah, now things definitely make sense. You know, we got all the benefit of the interactions, and she didn't get anything from it. Damn. I think we have a feeling now. Yeah, this was a lot to take in, honestly. Definitely your life was a lot better than hers. Yeah, even now I hate you a little bit for her. No, thank you. Okay, I wasn't sure about that, but if he says so, I just kind of assumed it waned a bit. But there you go. It's like, wow, that was some dark and heavy stuff right there. I was not ready for it. She did wear a detective hat in her opening. I love to see Hanakawa interact with Ogi. What are you looking for there, Araragi? Yeah. Actually, good question. Yeah, so how did she know? Maybe she's a detective too. Probably. But something that connects them. I I'm not sure. Maybe they met sometime before even the study sessions that he forgot. I guess something that involved his parents. Jeez, he has no problem forgetting you. Yeah, there must be a previous memory we just don't know about. This is almost over though. I think, yeah. Oh wow. Uh, Quite a bit of chills this episode. This might be one of the best arcs in the whole show, like just Owarimonogatari in general. Like I've been pretty impressed by it. The way it keeps giving you answers and mysteries back and forth in a way that just keeps you constantly sucked into it and compelled to just keep going. Really good stuff here, for sure. Not to mention you just get to know Araragi, like, you know, so much of the show has been about other people, you know, Araragi helping. But this arc, we've really been diving into Araragi himself, which makes it feel very meaningful. I'm not gonna lie, I almost want to just binge the whole Owarimonogatari in one sitting, but just can't really do that. I guess that's that. Okay, that was the 4th episode of Owarimonogatari, Sodachi Riddle Part 2. And this episode, man, this episode, well, what I was hoping for when we went into this was getting answers about Sodachi. Why does she hate Araragi so much, you know? That's kind of the main thing I wanted to know, and I think we've learned at least most of why that is. So, some things, you know, they made pretty clear from last episode, like the fact that they knew each other from before high school, they interacted at that house, you know. After that, things got more negative. That's about all we really knew before, but now we see that Sodachi pretty much straight up invited Araragi specifically. She tried to make it seem like she did to other people, and Araragi was the only one smart enough to figure it out. I don't know why she would tell a lie like that, I guess, just to make it seem like he wasn't deliberately targeted. Maybe also to stroke his ego a bit, I don't know. But yeah, Araragi went in there, and all she really told him as far as her goals was to make him love math, you know. Araragi, you know, he came across as a fairly naive child, so he just kind of swallowed all of what she told him. And she said she didn't need any compensation or anything like that. She just wanted him to come by and, you know, enjoy her math, love-inducing activities. Although he did try to bring candy before. But what Araragi did not know until we had our Ogi discussion session was that she did want something from that. She just was being subtle about it. And this is when we started to get some actual reveals, like why the house, you know, he thinks it's run down when it really wasn't. You know, it wasn't like some abandoned building that the two of them went off to as like a hideout. No, that was her actual house. It's just that because of family circumstances, that's just kind of how he remembered it. Because memories really aren't perfect. They get kind of distorted over time. They get more muddied. He gets kind of messed up. And you don't even realize it most of the time, which is a scary thing, you know. But anyway, what she wanted from Araragi, she knew his parents were police officers. Why does she know that? Hard to say for sure, but it's heavily implied here that they met before this. Like, she knew of Araragi's existence before this because of some incident. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe Araragi's parents got called there for some previous domestic violence, and she heard their family name, and she's like, I know, there's a kid in my class with that family name. You know, it could have been something like that. That's the only thing I can think of. But it seems like there's something that Araragi is not remembering from further back. Because we have the 2-year incident, we have the 5-year incident, there could be like a 7 or 8 year incident. It's hard to say. If there is, though, I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. But yeah, the whole thing seemed very positive and happy and friendly. You know, Araragi coming over to her secret base to learn math and developing a real love of math. You know, while also bonding and getting to become better friends with someone. It all seemed very positive. Once we got some of those reveals, the whole thing became a lot more depressing, honestly. But Araragi's love of math has remained, you know. I didn't think it did. I thought at some point it was kind of like lost, like after the 2-year incident. I kind of thought it, you know, he lost it, but I guess I just misinterpreted or misremembered something, but it seems like he still got it. He still got it, so that's fine. But yeah, just was such a horrible situation. Sodachi just doing what she can, like kind of a desperate grasp at some that's attempt at salvation by inviting someone over that has the potential to make some kind of change, some kind of difference in her family situation. But then it just didn't happen. She gave him this love of math. She did her side of it, but didn't get anything from Araragi. And I can understand if that's a big part of the reason why she's kind of upset with Araragi, because he was kind of a cry for help, and he just didn't provide any help. They were just gone, abandoned the house, I guess. Just, it's very depressing stuff, honestly. I don't even know what more to say about it. But yeah, just I can't believe a couple episodes ago I just thought she hated him because he was better at math than her. That seems so ridiculous now. I kind of want to go back in time and flick myself in the forehead. Because yeah, there was a lot more to it than that. I still blame Araragi for that. He's the one that didn't understand, and that misunderstanding kind of transferred to me. But Sodachi, yeah, it's definitely a very great, interesting character. Araragi does have it. Monogatari does have a decent amount of characters that have a lot of depth to them, but I think even considering that, Sodachi feels like she has a good amount of depth to her character, and I really do want to just learn more and more about her as we go forward. So hopefully we do. I'm sure we will. Araragi, I think he does want to apologize, although he did kind of talk about why he has some reason to feel upset as well. But I think Sodachi has a bit more, honestly. But yeah, we ended the episode off with him. We ended the episode off with him going in the classroom and seeing Sodachi. What was the final line we had here? Whether or not Oikura Sodachi was beyond the door was entirely impossible to prove. So yeah, just, I don't know, I'm kind of nervous about the next conversation those two are going to have. I don't know if it really will be at the beginning of next episode. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But they will have another conversation at some point. And when they do, man, I don't know how that's going to go. But I'm definitely nervous thinking about it. And Ogi continuing to just be Ogi throughout the show, the fake niece, the mysterious one that knows a lot more than she should, that acts so silly, is like the most meta, fourth wall leaning kind of character. Sometimes she's a girl, sometimes she's a boy, just has those dead eyes and hands that don't come out of her sleeve. She's a very weird character that we still don't know a lot about, but she apparently either has some detective ability or just meta knowledge, one of the two. Maybe both, what do I know? But she's always the weirdest character in the show. And she keeps saying that line about, I don't know anything, you're the one that knows things, which, whenever she says that, the first thing that comes to mind is that she's just a figment of Araragi's imagination, which I would think if she hadn't interacted with other characters like Nadeko and Kanbaru. Who else has Shogi interacted with? I'm trying to think. I'm pretty sure she has interacted with Hanakawa, but I would love that. I would really love that. I know she's interacted with at least those two. I don't think she's interacted with Hachikuji, but I'm not sure. Or Senjukahara. A Senjukahara interaction would be nice too. I don't know. But she has interacted with a couple of characters, so it can't be just Araragi's imagination. It's not like those characters have anything in common, So I don't know. But they did keep talking about the connection between Sodachi and Araragi. So I was kind of reading too much into that for a little bit, but I think all they were trying to say with that was that they met some point before the 5-year incident. Not that there was some weird connection like she was his long-lost sister or something, no. Oh, that would be funny. That did cross my mind as it was just a silly little fleeting thought. That would be funny, though. I think that's all I got to say on the episode. It was really good, though. As pretty much literally all the episodes of Owarimonogatari have been really good, so that goes without saying. Just, yeah, I can't wait to learn more about what's going on here. I need more. That's all it comes down to. Thank you for watching, and a special thanks to Cnouki and Ryan for supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, I hope you consider clicking the like button and leaving a comment, because that's a great and easy way to let me know that people want more. If you want to do something big to help the channel, you can support me on Patreon and get nice benefits like early access to certain videos. See you next time.